Sox team. There we go. Oh, don't do that. Oh my word. We're a hot mess trying to do this thing today. We are a hot mess trying to do this thing today.
You got it.
We are here with the Bears reaction show. Combs, Fitz, if I can find the damn overlay to take it off. And our guy Tyler Buterbaugh. Hey man, look, it's a Bears victory Sunday because we're going to talk about this damn game today and what happened today. Unfrickin' believable, guys. I mean, I'm telling you, when I tell you that the Bears are getting the ball down, and I'm like, my wife's sitting with me, and I'm like, a franchise quarterback wins this game, and I'm pacing back and forth in my basement. I could not sit down. And then they can't stop, Las Vegas from driving down the field because they don't want to tackle anybody in bounds or playing soft coverage. They don't want to give up the big play. And then the blocked field goal. I mean, talk about a sigh of relief in a game that, to be honest with you, Fitzy, we'll start with you, man. They didn't deserve to win this game. They didn't deserve to win this game.
Can you not block? Can you not rush the quarterback? Can you not catch? And can you not tackle? And can you still make the playoffs? This is the story of the 2025 Chicago Bears. Let me just tell you their first 3 drives, 4 plays minus 4 yards, field goal.
Yeah.
Pick.
Yep.
Off the pick.
Yeah.
Then off the fumble, the Genty fumble. I think it's the Genty fumble. minus 1 yard, 8 plays.
Yeah.
Not good.
It's not. It's not.
And then
good.
the third scoring drive with the third field goal, 9 plays, 37 yards.
It wasn't pretty.
10 seconds. I mean, yeah. Max Crosby I think I texted you, probably want to block that guy.
He's so good.
I'm a little picky, but one of the best he is.
On
he's
that
a monster. There was one play where he's supposed to go unblocked. I forgot which play it was, but there was some plays where he was unblocked where he shouldn't even have been. Who is Theo Benedict? All right, I know who he is. But why is he playing? Like, you did draft a guy. You told me about 10 times we drafted a tackle, didn't we?
Yeah.
I mean, I know he played.
He did. I mean, he was out there. I don't know if he played. I watched a spot where, it's funny because Tyler had texted me during the game and said that, he hopes that they put Trapillo in the second half. And then I said, I'd like to see Trapillo in there too. And then I watch a play where Max Crosby rushes off the edge off of Trapillo, smacks him on the helmet twice as he's running past him to go chase down. I'm like, oh God, what are we doing? And we can't block anybody.
And Cole Kmet picked a wonderful time to have the worst game since probably high school. I've seen him play.
Catch a ball.
2 really costly offsides penalties.
Yeah.
One didn't cost him, but could have.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got to be better. And I'm sorry that I have to use identity politics here, but if you're white and slow, you better be able to shoot a 3 in the NBA. If you're white and slow in the NFL, you better catch the damn ball.
Yeah.
No, am I wrong?
No, I'm with you.
You better block, or you better block somebody.
I am with you 110%. But here's my thing: like, the defense was doing their thing, Tyler, and I'm gonna throw this one to you.
Mm-hmm.
The defense is doing their thing, and I mean, I'm talking about the amazing pickoff by Tyreek Stevenson was insane. Both of the pickoffs by Byard, where he just reads, and second one, the first one, he just reads it and goes. The second one, he pretends like he doesn't reads it, takes a step back, like he's going to cover the deep guy, and then jets forward to pick it off on a dive. The defense was doing their thing today. The offense, not so much, but it takes a full team to win a football game, does it not, Tyler?
Oh, 100%. No, it definitely takes a full team to win the game. I mean, when your defense has 4 takeaways, and especially in that first play of the second half, that's momentum right there. And the fact that the Bears could not get in the end zone on any of those takeaways, that was a little disappointing to me, because in those situations, like, this should have been a blowout game. I mean, obviously, I'm glad they got a win. I could not believe about the blocked field goal. I mean, hell, we were talking about it before we started here, is that this is what, like, the sixth, like, now, like, blocked field goal in, like, game-winning situations in the NFL, which is absolutely insane. But yeah, very disappointed by the offense. I mean, this, like, the way how the defense, I give credit to the defense with the amount of guys that they were banged up. Like, you were missing TJ Edwards again. You're missing Kyler Gordon. Obviously, we know about Jalen Johnson, but Tyreek Stevenson really stepped up. I mean, he laid out, like, the interception I mentioned, but you have the defense had 4 takeaways. There is no reason that the offense could not capitalize and get in the end zone at least one, if not 2 of those times, because 2 of the times they were inside the 24. Like, come on. Like, there's no reason that you have to settle for Cairo Old Man Santos to settle for a field goal. And then the fact that Cairo Santos, I mean, the fact that you guys had to punt at the 40, that was a little, I tweeted it out and I said, if you do not trust Santos to kick a field goal inside your own 50, there's a problem. You might have to exercise Jake Mooney's leg. You should have signed Young Hoku, for God's sake, and, like, just do a little kickoff. And this was, like, back to the Cody Parkey days where you need to get someone to kick a field goal, because that's a little embarrassing if you had to punt it from there.
Yeah. And here's the thing, like, you're going to hear people talk about, oh, well, they barely escaped the Raiders, and their win against the Cowboys, it was just a win against the Cowboys, and now they got a bye, and if they go and they beat if they end up beating Washington off of the bye, people will say, oh, well, the Commanders aren't the same team that they were last year, and then they get the Saints. So this is a good win. This is a good win because it's a win in the NFL, and you've only got 17 of these games in a season. This isn't baseball where you get 162 of them and you start playing in March and you get to play all the way until November. Like, this isn't how this goes. Every win in the NFL is a good win. This team did what it needed to do to find a way. When the offense wasn't there, the defense picked them up. Last week, the defense was there and the offense was there, and we see what happens when both of them are clicking at the same time. There are some things that I will look at this game, and I will be like, damn, man, they've got to clean this up, and they've got to clean that up. The first thing that they've got to clean up is all of the pre-snap penalties on the line, and with Cole Kmet, obviously, too. You've got to clean that up, like, because you can't continue to do this, because eventually this is going to hurt you in the long run. The other thing that I took away from it is Max Crosby's a freaking dog. That play where he intercepts Caleb Williams,
player, right,
dude, where he comes around the edge, he sees the edge is gapped up, so he sees where Caleb's looking, and he goes and he takes it and he just goes over there, and everybody lets him go because they're like, oh, he's moving away, he's backing off into coverage, and he tips the pass and he intercepts it and starts it. Like, that is one, it takes points off the board, because even if the Bears don't score there, it's at least another field goal, and they need, they almost lost this game by a field goal. But you're looking at this at Max Crosby and what he does, and as a Bears fan, you're just like, man, why can't we have a guy like that? Like, who's just so smart off the edge. Like, we've got guys who can rush or are supposed to be able to rush
70% of that.
That
would be fine with me.
Like, there's a lot of talk about,
I need a Max Crosby with one leg. I mean, that'd be or one arm.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of talk about Austin Booker coming up, and I like Austin Booker a lot from what I've seen on tape and in the preseason. We haven't seen him in a regular season yet because of injuries, but what I'd like to be able to see that. But I mean, we don't have a guy like Max Crosby, and I remember last year when Max Crosby wanted out of Vegas, I was one of the ones screaming, trade, do whatever you got to do, go get Max Crosby. And people are like, I don't want to give up a draft pick. I don't want to do that.
Well,
see what happens when you have
Poles is drafting. Let's give up some of his
Let's
draft
give up
picks.
some.
Take away the draft picks.
Yeah, I agree. But the problem is he's the one that's in charge of the draft picks.
I know.
That's the other problem. But no, look, man, this win is a good win. And I don't want to hear about it was the Raiders and they just barely escaped, because if by that account, the Bills just barely escaped the Saints today. That game, the Bills are favored by 15, and they get a late touchdown to extend the lead to like 11. But that game was really damn close. The Saints
still didn't cover.
Yeah, the Saints were a fumble that shouldn't have been a fumble away. The guy was down, but they called it a fumble, said the ball was moving. I didn't see the ball moving, but that ball goes into the end zone, and all of a sudden the Saints are leading there with like 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. I mean, that was a completely different game with the Saints and the Bills than what the score even showed. So there are going to be games where you just barely escape against bad teams. I mean, you look at what the Giants did today to the Chargers. Who saw that coming?
Well,
I did pick the Giants plus 6.5.
You did. You did, Jackson.
And I did say I do see a world where the Giants and Jackson Dart has a good game. I said that today on our NFL Game Day show as well, when we were doing our survivor picks, because everybody was like, oh, we should take the Chargers. I was like, there's no way. I said, because I can see a world where Jackson Dart comes out and the Giants just play out of their minds offensively for a day and compete with the Chargers. That defense is good. Plus you got a Chargers team who's playing at kickoff at 9:00 their time. So
and it didn't help that Joe Alt went out early too. Like that really screwed him.
Oh yeah.
Like in that last drive, I mean, Herbert had no time to throw. He was getting eaten alive out there.
Yeah.
It was brutal.
And that's I mean, that's what you're going to get when you don't have a left tackle, as we know as Bears fans, right?
Yes.
Like
that's why you draft linemen.
This idiot's been screaming for
every year,
plus years now.
Linemen. I mean, it's just another again in this game.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can't, where your offense was supposed to, where the offensive line was supposed to have a strength, was the interior of this offensive line, where you spent all this money. Jonah Jackson, Joe Tooney, the center, whatever the hell. Anyway, you're supposed to have interior linemen. You're supposed to be able to run up the middle. You can't even do that now, because you had to go into free agency. Now you have one of the most expensive offensive lines, and they're at best average.
Yeah.
And when did Geno Smith? I mean, I know Geno Smith was an Elway, but when did he turn into Craig Krenzel? I mean, he was really bad today.
Those were some really. I mean, the Tyreek Stevenson interception was a play, and both of the Byard interceptions
they
were
good, but he was kind of. I mean, there was nothing on those balls.
No, I know.
Especially the second interception that Byard got. There wasn't a lot on that ball.
To go back to your offensive line point, though, I mean, to be fair, had they drafted an offensive lineman at 10, we wouldn't have been able to watch Colston Loveland walk up and down the sidelines in sweatpants, eating popcorn with his third injury since training camp.
Yeah.
So, you could have had a left tackle and said we got Colston Loveland.
I still love the Colston Loveland pick, but right now, man, like, I guess, like, it looked better if the plan was to start Ozzie Trapillo at left. And I don't know if I said it to you or I said it to someone earlier today, but what confused me the most was, okay, Darnell Wright is called out. Ozzie Trapillo has been mainly playing at right tackle. I don't know why the first call wasn't to have Ozzie Trapillo start at right tackle when he was fighting for the starting left tackle spot. So, and you talked about all year long or all off season that this dude's like, he looks like he comes in here and he's like a 5-year vet. Why wasn't he the first guy to be called?
Right?
What's that?
Yeah.
I was saying he's super smart. Yeah, he's ready to go.
Yeah, exactly. And why wasn't he your first go-to? You went with a guy that was an undrafted Canadian football player. Like that I didn't understand. And then you had to throw him to left because then Braxton Jones got hurt. And then you finally put Ozzie Trapillo in. And Ozzie didn't look the best, but I mean, there were moments that against Max Crosby, he didn't look terrible for a guy that's starting played for the first time in a regular season NFL game. I got to give him some flowers. Like, I mean, obviously he didn't look the best, wasn't expecting that, but it looked a hell lot better than Karan Amagaji, for God's sake.
Oh my God.
But look, here's the thing, like in this last draft though, right? And they take the Loveland pick at 10, and I get it because they wanted to trade up, and Jacksonville squashed the trade because they ended up trading up for Travis Hunter, who's I think caught one ball all season long from what I know of. And they trade up to go grab Travis Hunter, and the Bears lose their trade partner. So then all of the tackles come off the board because everybody knows that the Bears need a tackle, and they're probably taking the best tackle available at 10. So now all the tackles are off the board.
Yeah.
My problem became why you didn't trade back up into the first round to get a running back. And if you remember me saying, I would trade back up. I would trade both of my second-round picks or trade back up in the first and get Omari and Hampton. Omari and Hampton went 12 carries today for 128 yards in a losing effort against the New York Giants, a pretty damn good run-stopping defense, to average 10.7 yards a catch. If you remember 2 years ago, I also wanted this wide receiver named Quentin Johnston. He had 8 catches today for 98 yards. Oh,
you're finally getting your Quentin Johnson stuff.
He's finally having a year. He's finally being used the way that he was meant to be used. So now they're seeing some production out of him. But the Omari and Hampton thing is what bothered me the most. And even then, you look into that same game in the 3rd and 4th round. Why didn't you take Cam Scatterbo, a guy who carried the ball 25 times today for the damn Giants?
He's hard to tackle.
He's hard to tackle. Like, he is perfect for this
angry.
line. He is perfect for this line. A line that allows guys to get through. He will bust through. So I didn't understand.
Irving.
No, yeah, or Bucky Irving instead of drafting a punter.
Oh, no, but they took the punter.
But that punter did leave it on the 2 today. So I mean, there's
a
that.
lot of punters do that, though. A lot of punters do that. You don't ever.
I agree with you.
It's not like DeAndre Swift, like it's his fault. I don't think it's been his fault. That I mean, a lot.
You're
of
yelling at me like I drafted
the
him.
line is terrible too.
No, it's.
I mean, where's Roschon Johnson in all of this? Like, why all of a sudden has he become a complete ghost in this offense? We see him in special teams. Like he's doing things in special teams. He's healthy. Why are we? I enjoyed seeing what we saw Kyle Monangai a little bit more than what we've seen before. Seeing his strength and what his yards after contact. Where the hell is Roschon Johnson? Like, he's guaranteed to get you at least 3 to 4 yards up the middle every carry. I don't understand.
Yeah. And that's the thing too, is that you have no running back. You have no running back whatsoever. And when you can't put DeAndre Swift in between the tackles, you just can't. He's not that type of back. And then they tried doing with Kyle Monangai. Kyle Monangai's not that type of back either. Kyle Monangai and DeAndre Swift are essentially the same back.
What did Roschon Johnson do?
Exactly. Roschon Johnson, I think he's got like
kickoff, isn't he?
Like concussion syndrome or something. Like he
did have that, but then Ben Johnson did say, I think you're right, Tyler, that he was going to be on special teams, which is like, what is he doing on special teams? And Doubting Thomas said, "Told you so." They won by a point on a blocked field.
But what was the first? What they won?
Yeah,
doesn't matter if you win by 5, 1, or 20.
Who, again, I'll tell you right now, Ashton Jetty isn't an in between the tackles runner, and if he's not going to be Barkley or
he looked like an in between the tackles runner today. I mean, granted, it was against the Bears defense, but he looked like an in between. The Bears made him look like Walter Payton.
Yeah, I don't even know if he did against the Bears because he wasn't moving in the line when he was going up the line. And if he's not going to be that, if he's not going to be that, then I mean, he's not a top 10 pick in my mind if he's not going to be that. But
bear down, AJ. What's going on, buddy? And then Doubting Thomas says, "You boys are crying like we lost 20+ points every game. What the fuck is happening?" Well, here's the other thing, Doubting Thomas, is today marks the first game that the Bears have beaten a team that have scored 23 or more points since 2021.
Yeah.
Baby steps. You know what I mean? Because like for me, a win is a win. Like, I'm not crying about this team. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm juiced about this win. I'm excited about this win. I actually feel like this Bears team, with the schedule that's in front of them, and I know this guy over here hates doing math because he can't count past 3, but you start looking at what's ahead of them in the bye week, and then the Commanders, and then the Saints, before they get a Bengals team that has a really bad defense and Jake Browning under center, and now maybe a Ravens team without Lamar Jackson, who is dealing with a lot of injuries of their own on defense.
Or a Lamar Jackson that can't run, maybe.
Well, either, yeah, but I'd rather just have no Lamar Jackson if I'm playing him, to be honest with you. I just
I'll
for
take that any
me,
day.
the way the schedule is starting to line up, the schedule starts to look more and more like a team that can get back to that 8 to 9 wins that we thought after the first 2 weeks was probably not going to happen. And now you start looking at it like 7 to 8 wins is a real possibility again.
Yeah, I mean, but again, okay, Don Thomas. All right. Yeah, but I mean, I'm fickle. I like my football teams to be able to tackle, block, and catch. I mean, I'm weird that way. I like my defensive line to be able to, I don't know, rush the quarterback without bringing 7 and leaving 4 back to cover. I mean, it's I just don't know. These aren't problems that you can get rid of in midseason. The running back thing, maybe you get a running back with a 4th pick with a fourth round pick or a 5th round pick or something like that. Maybe you get a running back that can help the team, give the team a little juice.
Yeah.
But you're not going to fix the defensive line
No.
right now. You're not going to fix. And then Jerry Jones, why couldn't you give us Micah Parsons, you son of a bitch? But anyway, and then the offensive line, you're not going to fix that either. And it doesn't look like they're going to be able to run in between the tackles with these guys anyway, with Joe Tooney and Jonah Jackson and whoever the hell the center is they got from the fucking goddamn Falcons that I can't remember.
I mean, look, you got the trade deadline coming up. And one thing that Ryan Poles, who you have to give him credit for throughout his tenure, is really good trade deadline pickups. Max Crosby is going to be playing on a losing team.
Oh, come on.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I don't think they get rid of him.
I mean,
they would have the capital to do it,
but I'm telling you, there's a lot of draft picks I would give up for a guy like Max Crosby.
Oh, I wanted him in the beginning of the season. I wanted the Bears to like kind of exercise that a little bit.
I'll give you first rounders for Max Crosby.
Well, at this point,
absolutely.
When you have 36 picks by Ryan Poles and not one of them is a Pro Bowler, I'd rather have a for sure Pro Bowler for some picks.
Yeah, no,
like I said,
yeah,
but
I'm definitely there. There's a lot of things that I would give up for a premier pass rusher, and we thought that the Bears got that with Montez Sweat. I don't know what's going on there. I mean, I know last week he looked really good against Dallas. He had a really good game, but he also played the least amount of snaps that he's ever played in an NFL game last week too. I think he only played like something like 35% of the snaps. So if that's what it's going to take to have him have a good game, fine. But then you have to have somebody coming in on the plays where he's not there. Like you have to have a 1-2 punch at defensive end. And without Austin Booker being healthy, I mean, Odangbo just isn't there, right?
I just wonder too if maybe Montez just doesn't fit Dennis Allen's system, because if you heard in like interviews like in the offseason, Dennis Allen was wanting to use Montez Sweat in many different ways. Like he even said on the NFL Network that he's putting him in positions that he's never played before. So I mean, I don't know if that's a little bit of adjusting or this is just not a guy that is fitting in Dennis Allen's system. And to me, if it's like, I hate to say it because like in the first time in a long time outside of Khalil Mack, like he's probably one of the better edge rushers the Bears have gotten their hands on in a long time. But like, if it doesn't work, and I trust Dennis Allen more than I trust Montez Sweat, and I would hang on to Dennis Allen long term compared to Montez Sweat.
Yeah,
you might have to cut loose. Unfortunately, I hate to say it, until Montez can fit in his right position, like find his spot in that system. I don't know if this is going to work because right now it's been complete disappointing of what the hell he's doing for what the Bears are paying him, I
mean, he's on the lighter side of 29. Is he just 45, 50 in football years? Like, is it getting to a point where guys that are this age now can't keep up? And I'm not saying that Montez Sweat still can't be a guy that can rush the passer, but I mean, you saw this Raiders offensive line. It wasn't very good.
It didn't do
and
good
we still weren't able to gain pressure off the edges. So if you can't do that against the good offensive or the bad offensive lines, what the hell are you doing against the good offensive lines?
I know it's trouble. He is a big guy, he is a bigger guy for a defensive end. I never even thought of that, Tyler, that it could be this.
Your brother-in-law wants to take you on a date.
It was like, by the way, damn straight. He's fucking with me. And I'm just letting him. I just let him reel me in like that.
It's the
I
beard. Don't
let him
let
reel
it
me
fool
in
you.
like
It's
that.
the new beard.
Anyway.
Weird.
um, yeah, I mean,
It's the new beard.
I didn't really think about Dennis Anelsi. Oh my God. Ryan
What?
Willie, how dare you? Where is Combs Jr. to defend me here? I took the Patriots today.
You did take the Patriots today.
You took the Carolina Panthers.
That was probably
you
one
moron.
of my worst picks.
Anyway,
Is your
I
son a Patriots fan?
Yeah, he's from they're
Oh yeah, he's from over there. Yeah.
yeah, he's from New England.
The Bears haven't
Oh,
won a
poor Sam.
playoff game since his son was 2. So why would
No.
he be a Bears fan, really?
Yeah, the Patriots have been to like 19 Super Bowls since he was born.
They've been to the playoffs.
Come on, Brandon.
They
he's a
have
Cubs
one-
fan.
they
I
have
did get him there. He
Oh.
is a Cubs fan.
They have
So
one winning
All right.
season in like 12 years. Like, why would, if you're 21, why would you be a Bears fan?
Because
I
we
mean-
like being depressed. We enjoy this.
Right, that is our drug.
that's fair. It's just because look, when you're born and raised in Chicago, you're born and raised on your sports teams, and lately, for a long time now, actually, it's been really bad. I mean, you've had a couple of good years, 05, 16. You had the Bulls run in the 90s, but this younger generation hasn't seen much beyond the 2016 Cubs. So you're not. I mean, look at what the Bulls have been. Even after drafting Derrick Rose, I mean, they had a couple of good years with Derrick Rose. He wins the MVP. They have that amazing series against the Celtics, and then his knees fail, and they never recover. You know what I mean? So there's not a team in this city, especially the Bears, for anybody who's was born in 2004. This Bears team. I mean, you talk about the 06 team going to the Super Bowl all you want, but on that, like, I mean, I barely remember the 06 team going to the Super Bowl. So
A lot of these teams aspire, and at least what I see is a lot of these teams aspire to mediocrity. And
Yeah.
that's just good enough.
well, because we still, no matter what, here's the problem with owners in this city is that no matter what, we fill the stands. No matter what, the Cubs are atrocious. They're going to have 3 million tickets sold in a season. The White Sox are bad.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not the White Sox. They don't usually sell tickets.
They got a sweetheart
But-
stadium deal, though.
Yeah, but the Bulls and the
They gotta
Black
come out with a s'more shake to get you
Yeah.
near the stadium.
it wasn't even good. It wasn't even that good.
Stop, Tyler.
and then and
just
then you
keep
look at the
going.
Bulls
Who
and the
cares?
you look at the Bulls and the Blackhawks, and the Bulls and the Blackhawks are filling that stadium, and they're terrible. I mean, at least the Blackhawks at least had a run in 10, 13, and 15.
Well,
But
and the Bulls, like, they're aspiring to mediocrity. They don't want to take any chances.
no.
They're still they had a GM say that, yeah, they're probably rebuilding right now, and then a coach saying this past year that, oh no, we're going for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Who-
Well, Jerry
I mean,
Reinsdorf treats that Bulls team like they're on the blacktop and you just lost a game and you're just like, let's run it back.
yeah.
Let's run it back. And they do that year after year with the roster. Let's just run it back, guys. We'll be all right next year.
Somebody's got to.
We'll finish 9th and lose to the Heat in the play-in.
And the playing game, yeah, the playing game is not the playoffs.
I mean, technically it
just
is,
cra-
right?
I'm just cracking up at all these comments because everyone's getting so upset for us being mad. It's just like we're not mad. We love the fact that the Bears won. It was just the fact it was an ugly win. Like, can we not say that it was an ugly win? Like, this was a game that they should have won. Like, they should have dropped 30, almost 40 on these guys because of the positions they were in from the defense. Like, calm down, people. We're not mad. We love the win.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, it was an ugly win, but it's still a win's a win in the NFL.
Win's a win.
Junior does have a good point. It's up to the Cubs to save Chicago sports. And also, the day I was born, the Patriots beat the Carolina Panthers in the Super Bowl. He was born on Super Bowl Sunday. The son of a bitch did ruin my Super Bowl party by being born. So
Wow,
Damn, how old is this kid? How old is your son?
he's 21.
That's
wow.
not,
I remember that Super Bowl too.
that's not going to
Makes me feel old.
You're not giving your son psychological problems right now.
Why?
Say it's his fault he was born. That doesn't give.
It's his fault. It's his fault he was
Throughout
born on Super Bowl
history-
Sunday.
Throughout history, that hasn't given kids psychological problems.
It's his
Why
fault.
were you born? I don't know why he had problems.
But he was
I
born
don't
on
get
Super
it.
Bowl Sunday. What kind of asshole comes out on Super Bowl Sunday?
That is kind of a
Well,
prick.
Who do you blame more, your son or your wife? Because I mean, she could have waited another day.
Well, she was. We never married. Me and Junior's mom.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Now we're getting into real stuff. This is like a lifetime. This is like a lifetime.
Didn't mean to dig that deep.
But thanks,
Next
Tyler.
On Lifetime.
Next on Lifetime.
We talked to Brandon.
Yes. Doubting Thomas.
Oh, that's great.
DNS Penning Combs Jr. I've seen Combs Jr. Unfortunately, he's a Combs.
Yeah. But yeah, it was probably, to be honest with you, it was probably his mom. She probably did induce labor because she's a tier 1.
Wow.
So
Really?
we'll blame her instead. We'll blame her instead.
We came to do the post game of the Bears game, and we did the post game of Combs Jr.'s birth. This is.
I love how someone's like, this took a turn. Yeah, just a little.
Just a little.
Jules,
Is this your first time watching Combs and Fitz? This usually takes a
Oh,
turn.
that's great.
As you see, Micah Parsons on my screen getting ready to have 72 sacks tonight against the Dallas Cowboys. But
I
yeah,
hope the Cowboys will be close.
I think they do. I
Be
actually
fun.
think they might win this game.
Tyler, is there any chance? Did you have the Bears going to the playoffs this year?
I did not. No,
Tried to ask listeners last week, and
I had them. I had them
Last
finishing
question.
third in the division. I had the Vikings last, but no, I have them at like 8-9 wins.
Yeah, I had them at 8-9.
Well,
Uh,
if the Packers lose this game to the Dallas Cowboys today, the Bears are tied for second place in the division
they're
with
not.
the other 3 teams. But still,
To this Cowboys team.
I mean,
just because Jules is listening.
no, I'm telling you, the Packers. This is a game where I picked the Packers to cover. There's no way I'm picking the Packers in this game against the spread, but I think the Packers should win this game. They probably do win this game, but I do think that this game is going to be closer than a lot of people think.
I don't know.
All right, I'm just telling you.
I mean, to me,
thing.
Jordan Love hasn't shown me enough. I mean, like that game last week against the Browns. Like,
No.
come on, bro. Like that was the game that they should have blown them out. They were up 10-zip in like what 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Come on,
Yeah.
bro. Like you were like one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the league. No,
Yeah,
to me,
and
he's still a
he is-
bum. Still a
He is
bum.
not a top 10 quarterback. We have gone
What
through
if-
the quarterback so many times. There's no quarterback in the top 10 I would put below Jordan Love, and there's no reason to. And I talk to Packer fans, and it's like, tell me who's better. He's better than Justin Herbert? He's not. He's
I mean, are the Cowboys better than the Browns?
Oh, no, the Browns got a good defense.
The Browns at least have one side of the ball that's better
Well,
than either side.
Well, no, the Cowboys.
Jackson
have
Dart
offense
would have been able to put more
way
points
better
than
than
that.
the Browns. No, I mean, is the Cowboys' offense not leap years ahead of the Browns' offense?
Oh yeah, they are. They
Yeah.
are.
So I mean, they've
Oh,
got
by
a side
far.
of the ball too that's as much better. I think they can get into a shootout with anybody in the league except for the Bears because Caleb just wins games.
I have to say there was, I mean, when he came in and just the way he was able to feel when Max Crosby was coming in on one of those last plays at the goal line there. I think they were in the red zone there. Like I've never seen a quarterback that the Bears have do some like be able to feel something like that. And I haven't seen him be that comfortable in a pocket like that to be able to read things to where he's not running from ghosts. And it didn't seem like he was. It seems like he was getting out of the pocket right when he did to. And that broadcast was pretty bad because one time Archuleta's like, well, he shouldn't have gotten out of the pocket. He
That
got out
broadcast
too
was
early.
terrible.
I'm like, he got
Yeah.
out right at the right time. What is this guy talking
Yeah.
about? But I mean, just that in the pass to Komet, the Komet dropped. Running, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
running as fast as he can. I don't know if there's another quarterback I've seen that could throw with that kind of velocity.
Yeah.
Running like just running as fast as he can and then throws the ball.
That
like,
went down the sideline that Komet didn't grab.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That was a
unbelievable.
That could have been if Komet caught that probably, to me, that would have been one of like top 5 for catch of the years. Like that would have been insane.
Yeah, it was a tough catch. That's definitely not on
Yeah.
Komet for not catching it. But that was,
No.
I mean, that's an absolute
I'm
dart, and
blaming
it's
Komet.
put in the spot where
He
only
coulda
Komet
caught
could
that
catch
ball.
it.
He could have caught that ball.
That's a
It
tough.
was tough. Like it was tough. I'll give more credit to Caleb for actually making that like as close as it could have been. Like I thought that thing was being thrown away. But the fact that it was like in like the right spot where like no one else aside from Komet could get that ball. But I mean, it didn't help that Komet just had a bad day in general. That was like what, 4 drop passes? I mean, you had the one that was down the middle that could have ended up in a touchdown because we've seen some big man plays from him of him outmanning some safeties and just breaking the tackle. But I mean, again, like this is where Komet's got to have to kind of start being a little worried because they drafted a tight end first in the first round, and if you're coming out playing like that, there's got to be some footsteps coming at you. Like, dude, your position might be in jeopardy. And I get that, like it's a 2 tight end off offense, but I mean,
Yeah.
like Ben Johnson would gladly take someone else that can catch balls if this is going to be the case.
Yeah, no, for sure. Sorry, I got caught off guard there because it looks like the Packers have hired Shane Waldron as their offensive coordinator because he had 2 wide receivers, although it worked for him. 2 wide receivers running the same route to the same side of the field. Matthew Golden did come down with the catch, though. But yeah, no, I'm with you, man. There's definitely some things that have to be cleaned up. I mean, there's no doubt about it. There are some things that need to be cleaned up. There are some things that look good, and then there are some things that just you want to see get better. There are things that just aren't going to get better. This offensive line isn't going to get much better than what it already is. It's just not. And that part sucks. Like I don't know how they overcome that, but they're going to have to, and that's up to Ben Johnson to figure that part out. Like Ben Johnson has to figure it out with the game plan. What defensive packages am I looking at, and what are we looking? That was the key here today too. Was going into halftime and making the adjustments, figuring out what will work and what they're throwing at you.
Ben Johnson was not good in the first half. A
No.
couple of these bootlegs for Caleb Williams were, I mean, they weren't even read options. There wasn't even an option there or whatever they call the other option play. And there were just some bootlegs where there was really, I mean, there wasn't any blocking. Yeah, but those plays were not going to go for large chunks.
Well, and that's the other thing too, is you've got to stop with the designed runs for Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams is not a running quarterback. Caleb Williams is a mobile quarterback, but he is not a running quarterback. So you got to stop with the designed runs for Caleb because he's just not that guy. He looks awkward. You got to stop with some of the cuteness that you try too. Like they tried that stumbling play again where the announcers couldn't figure out if that's what they were doing and they thought Caleb Williams really stumbled. No, it was one of those spots where you had the running back look like he was going to help and scoop the ball and Caleb pretended like he was stumbling and they tried to get too cute. Let's do the easy stuff first.
Yeah.
Let's get the easy stuff out of the way. Because even that flea flicker that worked last week, that pitch back from Swift looked like it was an alley-oop to LeBron James. It was not a crisp. It was not a crisp play.
He tossed that thing like 10 feet in the air. Like
he was throwing an alley-oop. It was crazy. I've never seen a flea flicker go that high.
He was Jose Bautista hitting a home run, throwing his bat in the air. I mean, and I'm sorry, but does Matt Eberflus have frosted tips? I mean, did I just see that? Does he have blonde frosted tips now? I'm sorry.
I don't know. Does he?
To say it. And I got
They
to
probably
bring
had to do
Combs
something.
Jr. Ryan Willie. I want to see you try to catch that damn ball. And I think he's talking about the Cole Kmet ball.
Yeah.
I'm not making $45 million over 4 years to catch that ball. He's just wearing smaller
I
shirts.
didn't say that it was a catchable ball, but like Caleb put it in a spot where
Go ahead.
a receiver or Colson Loveland might have been able to catch the ball. It wasn't the most ideal throw, but it was in the hands. It technically was catchable. It wasn't the best, but the situation, but it was in his hands. It could have been caught. I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. It definitely could have. It's still a tougher catch though. It was still a tougher catch. It wasn't something that was like it was put in a perfect spot by Caleb. I mean, it was put in a spot where only one person could catch that ball, and that's the key there on those types of throws is putting it where only one person could catch it. The other thing that he's got to start doing a little bit better is that sideline throw where he threw it out of bounds, but he was almost out of bounds. Like, get rid of that ball a little bit quicker. I know you're trying to make something happen, but sometimes it's okay to just get rid of the ball and live to see another down. So
it's
Romeo
the
Dobbs
hero ball
for the Packers. They lead the Cowboys 7-0.
It's the hero ball mentality that kind of gets a little too into him sometimes. Like I will say, like from this year compared to last year, like he's gotten off of that a little bit more, but like he does still have that like needs to play hero ball mentality where it's just it's going to get you in trouble. It's just like just play it safe, brother, and just throw it out of bounds. Like don't take the possible interception or turnover. Just throw it out of bounds, take the down, and then get back, get set, and then play again. Like that's all it is.
Blow the whistle. Is this David or is it who is this holding the blow?
It
the
might
whistle?
be my wife in the the room over.
I was always taught if it touches your
I don't
hand,
know.
you could have caught it. Like I think that was true for the first catch, the one that hits him right in the face. 100 times out of 100, you have to catch that ball. 100 times out of 100.
Yeah.
This
like
was
the one down the middle to
This
him.
one was a more higher degree of difficulty.
It was. There was a guy hanging on his back, but it did still hit him in the hands.
I agree. I mean, I agree.
I want to bring up because you guys mentioned about the flea flicker.
Downey Thomas with 2-2 with
the you guys mentioned about the flea flicker. What was your guys' thoughts? I mean, obviously he got called back, but I kind of enjoyed seeing the creativity of the fake flea flicker. Like I don't think we've ever seen that in the NFL.
It was unique.
Like
that's Ben Johnson though. You know what I mean?
That is Ben Johnson, and I love that. Like he's got something new. I mean, it kind of sucked that it got called back. To me, I thought I get why it was called face mask, but I think his pinky got stuck in the face mask.
Yeah,
and it just kind of got stuck there. But no,
I mean, it's kind of weird for runners, right? Because you can't stiff arm and hit them in the face, which is illegal for everybody else to do. But it's okay for a runner to do. It's kind of weird, but at the same time, like if you're going to allow that and his hand gets stuck in the face mask, but there's a lot of things about some of these ticky-tack calls that I just don't understand too. Like the quarterback that gets the roughing the passer because they go to block the ball and as they come down, their pinky grazes their helmet or something, and you get these calls and it's like, why is that roughing the passer? Like, what are we doing here?
It's going to be flag football soon.
It is going to be flag football, but you know what though? If it's flag football, Ozzie Trapillo is going to be the first draft pick that's an all-pro. That's what it looked like he was out there playing today.
Oh, that's troubling if he's not going to be that good. That is troubling. It's if you're bringing in other players, that's going to be troubling.
We're just going to keep talking about bad things so that we can trigger
Thomas.
Yeah, we'll just keep talking about all the things the Bears did bad today.
I just think if you have 4 turnovers, you should probably win the game. I mean, that's
all we're saying.
To think about, I mean, especially when your team, the Bears 1 turnover, 1 turnover, the tip, and really, I mean, Caleb Williams been pretty good protecting the ball. I mean, you had that one snap that, they didn't even pick that up. So 1 turnover against 4, you should win that game by double digits.
100 times
again, especially against a team that's, I mean, probably just as good as you talent-wise.
I think the Bears are still more talented.
It's possible.
I think they've got a
especially
better.
on
They've got a better offense. They don't have a Max Crosby. The Bears don't. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, that's
they don't have a
painfully
Max
obvious.
Crosby.
Painfully
But-
obvious.
All right,
And there's
you
a
guys
reason
ready
why
to
he's
get out
one
of
of
here?
the top paid edge rushers. What that?
I said, are you guys ready to get out of here? What were you saying? He's one of the top paid edge rushers?
No, I said there's a reason why Max Crosby is one of
Yeah.
the top
Oh.
most top paid edge rushers.
Yeah. Hell yeah. All right. Well, hey, thanks for joining us, man. We appreciate you.
Of course, man. I appreciate you guys letting me join in the fun.
Yeah, you have to come back in 2 weeks when the Bears play again, because they don't play next week, so there won't be no post game. But you're feel free to come on, Combs and Fist. Maybe we'll talk Cubs.
Anytime.
Hopefully next week
Doors
we'll be
open.
talking about Cubs in the NLDS.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see.
See what they can do without Kate
Tyler's a
Horton.
Cubs fan, but he also has to work the games at the radio station. So he's like, he's caught in that fine line of how much more do I actually want them to play? Because I have to work.
Well, here's my thing. It's like if they make the NLDS, I have to work Saturday. If they don't, then I have a Saturday off, which is kind of nice.
Wow.
So you're caught in that
We'll see.
conundrum. You
I
know?
like that.
Yeah. So, but all right. Well, we will see you guys next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your enemies. See you guys next week.